problems with Collingwood. He's taken what was a pretty shit list, no offence to Pye, who's still on the site, into probably a premiership contender in the next 2 or 3 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely on the rise.
Yeah, a couple more of those second-tier kind of players stepping up will put him in a very good position.
I think the big question with RB for 2012 is, out of all these midfielders that he says going to play forward, how many of them actually will?
Yeah, that is... I think he would be thinking about that as well, and I wouldn't be so sure that him saying that isn't just an attempt to pump up his players' value. Whether or not if they actually do become dual position, which is pretty much one of the most valuable sort of players you can get on the site these days, he would be very happy with himself, and then would have a lot of trade bait to lure in some more small backs. Really, is pretty shit out back there.
Yeah, it's a bit weak in the back line.
Yeah, very top heavy with the midfield, but that's not a problem. Went the same way myself when I was at Fremantle. A lot of his scoring comes from the midfield, and anyone who's got Scott Pendlebury in the centre line would not be complaining too much, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I don't think whatever you give him, he won't trade out panels. It'll never happen.
Especially not during his periods of limited activity.
So we've all talked about. We'll move along to Essendon, Jarman Magic. My first question is, Jarman Magic an Aboriginal?
I think the little Jarman reference has gone over my head a little bit. I have no idea who Jarman is or what that is at all.
Darren Jarman? No, I don't know.
Darren Jarman, I have no idea who that is, so I've been made to look like a bit of a flog with that question.
Yeah, I think he played for Adelaide, but that's alright. Well, yeah, look, we'll have a look at his
list. Just having a look at his 22, I'm not entirely sure why he traded out Cyril Rioli and there was someone else that he...
Jack Rewalt in that trade.
Jack Rewalt.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yep, to Snappy. I'm not too sure why he's gone and done that, but just looking at his list now, he's easily a top 4 side, I'd say. Probably more on the rise than any of the other premiership contenders this year. The only question mark I'd have over JM would be some of the players in his list that the majority of us would widely consider to be complete shit. He does consider to be top-line players, which does hurt him in trade negotiations. Chris Maston had a couple of big scores at the end of the year, but is an absolute spud.
Complete spud. There is no upside to him.
Scott Selwood pretty much butchers the ball whenever he touches it, so I'm not a big fan of Scotty, despite his last name. But other than that, he does have some quality young players. Leuenberger, Ryder, Swallow, Foley, very underrated. Michael Hurley as well. No problems with that. That is a quality list.
I really think Jarman could probably win the flag this year, 2012, 2013, if he wanted to. I just don't think he trades for it enough.
I think if he really wanted to go for the flag, then this would be the year for him to do it. I don't think that the premiership race is as certain as it has been in the past couple of years. I mean, if he wanted to trade out some of these younger blokes that do have quality value and actually make a premiership tilt, he's done it before, and I am completely confident that he would be able to put in a serious challenge to Geelong and I guess you could say Melbourne, but whether they're there at the end of the year remains to be seen.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, this has already gone for 8 minutes more than I thought, so this is going well.
Yep, and RLL has just started talking to me on MSN. Fuck off, you big-headed flog.